The envelope wasn't meant for me. It was thin, white, and trembling in my hands as if it already knew what it carried would detonate my life. My name was typed on the front, not handwritten. Typed. Clinical. Final.
Hey guys, before we dive into today's family revenge story, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. And I'm curious, where are you watching from right now? Comment your country and current time below. Alright, let's begin. This is the story of a family pushed to the edge, and what happened next will shock you.
I stood in the hallway of our suburban Ohio home, still wearing my work boots, the smell of drywall dust clinging to my jacket. Upstairs, my wife Emily was bathing our 3-year-old son, Noah. I could hear his laughter echoing down the stairs, careless and pure. I opened the envelope. Paternity test results. Probability of paternity, 0.00%. I read it once, then again. Then I sat down on the stairs because my legs stopped working. Emily had pushed for the test months ago, claiming it was for medical history. I hadn't questioned it. Why would I? We'd been married 6 years. I trusted her. I trusted my family. My phone buzzed. A text from my older brother, Ryan. "You coming to Mom's birthday Sunday?" Ryan. The golden one. 2 years older, former college quarterback, the son my parents never stopped bragging about. The brother who always had a hand on Emily's back a second too long. The brother I told myself I was imagining things about. My hands shook as I flipped the page. Biological father, Ryan Carter. The house went silent in my head. No ringing, no screaming, just a dead, hollow absence where certainty used to live. Emily came downstairs wrapped in a towel, smiling. "You're home early." I held up the paper. Her face drained so fast it was almost impressive. She didn't deny it. She didn't cry. She just whispered, "I was going to tell you." That sentence landed harder than the betrayal itself. "How long?" I asked. She sat down slowly. "It was one night, before the wedding. I panicked. Then I found out I was pregnant. Ryan said the test could wait. He said you were the safer choice." Safer. That word rewrote my entire marriage. My parents' smiles, Ryan's smug jokes, the way my mother once said, "Noah has Ryan's eyes," the way everyone laughed. They all knew. Not one of them told me. I didn't yell. I didn't hit anything. I stood up, folded the paper neatly, and placed it on the table like it was a receipt for something I'd already paid too much for. "I need air," I said. Outside, the evening sun bathed the street in warm gold. Neighbors waved. Someone grilled burgers. A normal American evening. And I realized something cold and sharp. They didn't just lie to me. They built a life on my humiliation. And I was done being the foundation. I didn't confront Ryan. That was my first victory. Instead, I watched. I noticed how Emily flinched when my phone buzzed, how Ryan stopped dropping by unannounced, how my mother suddenly called every day, checking in like guilt had turned her into a saint. I played my role perfectly. I kissed Emily goodbye every morning. I tucked Noah in every night. I attended family dinners and laughed at Ryan's stories like I didn't know he was raising his son in my house. Behind the scenes, I prepared. I hired a lawyer quietly, not a divorce attorney, not yet. A forensic financial specialist, someone who understood long games. Ryan owned a construction supply company. I knew the numbers. I'd helped him build it in the early days. I knew where shortcuts were buried. Emily worked part-time as a school administrator. Clean record. Trusted, respected. Perfect. I gathered proof. Phone records, old emails, a forgotten iPad synced to Emily's account that still held messages from years ago. He'll never know. Jason is stable. Your passion. Once the test comes back, we burn it. Burn it. That's what they thought they'd done. I didn't cry. I didn't drink. I trained. Every morning at 5 a.m., I ran until my lungs burned. Pain felt honest. Pain didn't lie. The power imbalance was clear now. Ryan had reputation. Emily had moral high ground. My parents had social capital. I had truth and time. At my mother's birthday dinner, Ryan raised a toast. To family, blood before anything else. I smiled and clinked my glass. Blood. He had no idea how carefully I was sharpening that word. I struck where they felt safest. First, Ryan. An anonymous audit request landed on the desk of a federal supplier he worked with. It flagged inconsistencies. Nothing false, just illuminated. Contracts paused, payments froze, his investors asked questions. Then, Emily. I forwarded her old messages, just enough, to the school board's ethics committee. Not accusations, concerns, conflict of interest, character review. She was placed on administrative leave. Still, I said nothing. That silence haunted them more than rage ever could. Ryan finally snapped. He cornered me in my garage. "You trying to destroy me?" he hissed. I looked him in the eye. Calm, measured. "No," I said. "I'm letting you meet yourself." He swung. I didn't move. Security cameras caught everything. Assault charge, mugshot, local news headline. My mother called, screaming. My father begged. Emily cried. Only then did I act. I filed for divorce and custody. In court, I didn't play the victim. I played the adult. I submitted the DNA results, along with proof that Emily had knowingly committed paternity fraud. Years of it. The judge didn't raise his voice. He didn't need to. Emily lost primary custody. Ryan was barred from unsupervised contact during the investigation. My parents sat frozen as the illusion they curated for decades collapsed in public record. The final move wasn't loud. It was surgical. I requested a legal name change for Noah, not to mine, to Emily's maiden name. In court, I spoke clearly. I love this child. I raised him. I will continue to be in his life if the court allows, but I will not live as a lie anymore. That sentence followed them everywhere. Ryan's company folded within a year. Investors vanished. Reputation poisoned. Emily moved back in with her parents, alone. And me? I sold the house, moved west, started over. Years later, Ryan sent a message. I didn't think it would end like this. I didn't reply, because revenge wasn't about ruining them. It was about returning the truth they buried and letting it own them forever. They built a family on a lie. I built my freedom on exposure. And that was enough.